Hello and welcome to DCP SideQuest episode number 31.
31.
The 2020 kickoff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. 2020. I was going to say 2021 kickoff. Not yet. Not yet.
Well, that would be future talk right there, Watts.
Yeah.
Are you from
That's
Australia?
Yeah. Wait, they're a year ahead? Man, I had it twisted.
Well, I know they're in the future. I don't know by how much because, future talk.
Yeah.
Also, Eric's isn't on the show today because he's still in 2019, sadly. So hopefully he's going to make it to this decade soon.
Yeah. That's how time works.
That's definitely how time works. How's it going, guys?
Pretty good. My back is healing, so I've been able to actually sit up to play games, which is nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Brian
I'm
could
really
do the
excited
try hard sitting position now. He can lean forward slightly.
Oh, I can't lean forward. That's out of the question. That's
Okay,
out of the
maybe
question.
not. Maybe not.
It's more of like a super reclined couch with my feet up on the coffee table kind of thing.
You got the
Nice.
Stardew Valley pose. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just farming some crops.
But it's been perfect because I just got a Xbox One X for Christmas.
Nice.
And combining that with Game Pass means that, as soon as you boot that thing up, you basically have a ton of games to play.
True.
So I've been playing all sorts of great games on, the big screen TV in the living room, just making an absolute slob of myself in the living room.
That's great. That's great.
And, with like Gears of War 5 and Mortal Kombat X, I played all the way through on there. And I liked Mortal Kombat 10 so much that I bought Mortal Kombat 11 for the Switch, which is terrible. Don't buy that. And then I bought it again. I bought it again on the X, which is great. Definitely get that one.
Okay. Yeah.
It's so bad on the Switch. Like, it looks so bad. I thought it would be great because, like, I could just, if I want to play on the Switch, I could go up to the bedroom and play in bed or, whatever. It's so bad. It runs at a choppy frame rate. It looks horrific. Like, it's just, it plays okay. So you can play it like in handheld mode and it doesn't look too bad because it's on a really small screen. But man, you put that thing on the TV and it's like, what resolution are we running at here? Like 480p? It looks rough.
That's rough, man.
And then you compare that to on the Xbox and it's running at 4K, like smooth as butter. So it's, it's a rough comparison to go back to back on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So is this the first Xbox you've owned since like Xbox One came out or?
Yeah. I bought the launch edition of Xbox One.
Okay.
And really didn't play with it too much.
Wow.
But it's really Game Pass that kind of made me think, I wouldn't mind having an X down in the TV room.
So this is like 5 years later.
Yeah. But essentially the same platform.
No, this is very interesting because the Xbox has changed dramatically over the past 5 years, like from operating system and
a lot.
the interface and how it changed, how it feels.
The UI is so much easier to use than it was that
so I'm really curious as an experience. So you're really liking it?
Yeah, I'm loving it. It for me, it's very complimentary to my PC gaming, right? Because I already have Game Pass Ultimate, which I really enjoy. So having this as like kind of my side bitch in the living room is perfect.
Living room side bitch.
Not even side chick. Brian went straight for the side bitch.
Well, it is Xbox One X, so
because like some of the games are really good, like Ori and the Blind Forest. If you're playing that on your PC, if you boot it up on your Xbox One,
don't you tell me
save is shared.
Don't cross save.
It's got cross save. Yeah, not all games do that, which is annoying. But some of them do, and it's really convenient because you can be up in your office, playing on your PC, or you can go down into the living room. And like a game like Ori, I don't need a 2080 Ti experience. And it's almost preferable to me to play it on the big screen because I got a really nice TV in my living room, one of the LG OLED screens, which is really nice. It just is absolutely a gorgeous screen.
Yeah.
So on a game like that, it's almost preferable to me to play it in the living room as opposed to on the PC.
Right. However, there is a new 360 hertz monitor that's coming out that possibly Ori and the Blind Forest could take advantage of. 360 hertz.
So we both have experience with the 240 hertz monitors.
Yes, we do. Yes.
And I actually I love it for like competitive games, but for most games that I'm playing, I'd rather be playing on my 1440p monitor, where it's kind of it's not quite 4K resolution. It's not as sharp as a 4K screen.
Yeah.
But it's running at 165 hertz, so like it's kind of like this middle ground.
Yeah.
Like it's got a high refresh rate, but it's sharper than 1080p.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be willing to take a step down resolution wise for 360 hertz. I don't even know if I could tell the difference between 240 and 360.
That's the thing, because for me, it's like 60 to 120. It's like, okay, wow, it's like going from 30 to 60, and then 144 to 200. The gap closes significantly, but above 200, I don't.
200 to 3.
I don't think you can tell 200 to 240, and especially 300.
If I was like a professional CSGO player, I'd be all over this thing.
Sure.
Right? Like, this is obviously the monitor that I want.
Yeah.
But I'm not that. I am I'm a high functioning. I was about to say a word I'm not supposed to say on the internet anymore. I am not a pro gamer. Like if I'm having trouble with a game, I just reduce the difficulty. Like, no problem. Like, I have no problem doing that. I want to see the story.
You have to increase the frames, man.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you need the extra, like you need the 300 plus frames, Briar, and then it just kicks in for you.
Well, I will say that when I still have my 240 hertz monitor hooked up to my PC, and I will use it if I am playing Crucible like all day, right? If like I'm gonna get into like a Destiny 2 Crucible session all day, like it is clearly a better experience to me than 165 hertz on a 1440p monitor.
You get fine detail of the netcode happening in real time to you, seeing how much delay is actually in the networking. So you're like, wow,
see how bad you're getting screwed.
This is incredible. It's like empirical data right in front of you. It's amazing.
But like for everything else, I'm all about the 1440p. And actually, what I really want is to upgrade to a 4K high refresh rate monitor.
Right, 4K 144.
I think that what I really need to do is wait a generation for video cards, better video cards to come out, because I have a 4K TV that my PC is hooked up to too sometimes. So if I'm playing like Tomb Raider or something like that, like a slower paced action adventure game, I'll play it on the big screen TV with a controller.
Yeah.
And do it that way. But I'm not really hitting, like I'm maybe 60, 70, 80 frames with a 2080 Ti.
See,
so it's like,
that's why I haven't upgraded, because I still have a 1080 Ti. I stream at 1080p. There's no reason for me to upgrade beyond that at the moment.
Yeah.
Unless I want the ray tracing, and I don't think many games are gonna. Well, I mean, if a bunch of games came out where like it started becoming the new kind of standard, then you'd be like, all right, maybe now I'll upgrade. Yeah, then I'll be like,
the problem with ray tracing though is you're taking such a performance hit to play with it, especially at 4K.
See, that's the double oomph right there.
It is an oomph too. It's like, this looks amazing, but I'm a little bit nauseous.
Yeah, so I feel like the next generation for me, I'm holding out on like a 3080 Ti, assuming it's not like $4,000.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna buy it anyway, but I'm gonna be mad about it. But yeah, I mean, also with the new consoles coming out next year, they're both gonna support ray tracing, so I think it'll be a more standard feature in games. So like right now, I think there's like 6 or 7 games total that support it, and like some of them you don't even want to play, and and then some of them that have it, you don't want to turn it on. Like Tomb Raider takes a massive nosedive when you turn that on. Control looks fantastic though. Like Control is almost like I don't even want to play Control without it. It's so good looking.
Interesting.
Do we know if Cyberpunk is ray tracing enabled?
Pretty sure. Yeah. Pretty sure it is.
Now Tefty's like,
crap.
Maybe I do upgrade.
Do you think CES is gonna? Do you think CES is gonna announce something, a successor to a 2080 Ti?
Well, so there's already rumors about the next generation of NVIDIA. Okay, so the cards that they're talking about are not gaming focused cards. They're like more like
the workstation,
high end production stuff. But that's the stuff that gets trickled down into the gaming stuff. Right?
They're Quadra, Supra,
50% more power, or 50% better performance, 50% less power.
Okay.
So less juice running through the card, so cooler temps, but 50% better performance. Which is a fucking massive upgrade, and I don't know if I believe it.
That's the thing. Every time they say something like, "Oh, it's 50%," I'm like, "What strange testing format did you put together to get this number that isn't actually real world?"
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah.
In this one particular instance where you're looking in this particular direction in this video game, we got a 50% increase. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, we could still be a while out before the next generation comes out. But
yeah,
I think they'll come out this year.
Yeah.
But it may be, maybe summertime, it may be fall, or it could be early 2021. Who knows at this point?
Yeah. For me, I prefer frame rate over visuals.
Yeah, I guess it depends what kind of game it is, and it depends how much of a dump the performance takes.
Yeah,
like I'll take a little bit of a dump, but not a giant dump.
Yeah, exactly. No, I completely agree.
For me, like a 3D action game like Control or Tomb Raider, like I'm happy playing that at 60 FPS, and I'd rather be playing it on a big screen TV with a controller in my hand, sitting on a couch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just, to me, like perfect situation for a game like that. If I'm playing an FPS, especially if I want to be competitive at it, I want as high a frame rate as I can get.
Yeah.
Because it just is smoother. It just feels better.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, even the next gen consoles are going to support 120 hertz.
It's still up to the developers to enable that.
Yeah, but the hardware is going to support it.
Yeah. I hope.
And you can buy TVs now that support 120 hertz too.
Right.
Over HDMI.
Yeah.
Which is dope.
High frame rates are.
Just bought a TV for the living room last year.
I might be in the market pretty soon. I'm going to have to consider one of those 124Ks.
120 hertz OLED 4K TV, right? And then next year they'll be like, well, 8K is really where it's at.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's getting crazy.
All these consoles support 8K. Why shouldn't our TVs support 8K?
Right?
Yeah.
They are going to support 8K.
Yeah.
There'll be one game that comes out at like actual 8K. And they'll be like, well, gotta make the TV.
Yeah.
8K capture cards.
To me, it's hilarious to me that YouTubers are out there making 8K videos.
Right.
I think there's one or two TVs available that will show 8K content.
Yeah, I had an idea last night on stream that I should bring back my Zer videos, but it's upscaled to 8K. So it's the only Zer videos in 8K on YouTube.
I think that's a great idea.
And it would be like 30 seconds long.
Fantastic idea.
Here's Zer, here's place, he's got some grap. Thanks for watching 8K.
Yeah, have fun rendering that.
On my new system, I might be able to do it.
You definitely can.
Okay. Have you talked about that, Tefty? Do we know? What are the specs? Let us know. What are you building?
I currently have all the hardware. Actually, I'm waiting for a couple pieces of hard drives that are coming today. So I basically have all the hardware. It's going to be a 3900X X570 AMD rig. I got an Asus Prime X570 Pro motherboard. I didn't go for the full bells and whistles because I'm not planning on doing any serious overclocking. I never use Wi-Fi on one of these. I never use Wi-Fi on one of these boards, and I don't need 8 million USB ports on the back of it either. So I went with like a $200 board, not one of these $400 boards from the 570 series. And I just went with like a 1660 Super video card for 4K editing, because this is going to be a streaming/video editing rig, not a gaming rig. Even though it totally could be a gaming rig with a 3900X. But I'm still a fan of the dual PC setup, because every now and then one of these new games comes out where it's like, oh, we just messed up some driver in your system. Guess what? You got to reboot to make it normal. And like, since I play games almost always on release day, like that will eventually happen at some point. So I still rock a dual PC setup. So
which PC has your Discord open on it?
So my gaming PC is Discord right here.
Okay.
And that's being captured to the streaming PC. So it goes the audio goes to the HDMI onto here for the capture. Yeah.
I was doing it the opposite way for a long time. Is my Discord was on my streaming PC, which is fine because you capture it.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Uh-huh.
But what I realized was every time I wanted to do anything with Discord, I had to go to the other keyboard.
Yeah.
Whereas I could just set up hotkeys on the gaming keyboard. Like, what why didn't I think of this before?
Done and done. Yeah.
So
you got to be excited. New PC.
Oh, I'm very excited.
It's always exciting.
Yeah,
it's exciting just to have a fresh start. Where you're like, you just install all the things you only just need, not the things that you've accumulated throughout the year.
Yeah, this last rig I built 3 years ago during Rise of Iron. Rise of Iron came out, and I built this rig for streaming.
Really?
Yeah, so it's a 3 year.
God, it's amazing that is only 3 years old because it seems archaic now.
I know, right?
Right? Doesn't it? Can I ask like how much it costs? Like the processor alone?
$500, but I got 10% off.
$500 for a 6-core processor.
No. Oh yeah, that one, the i7 6800K back in the day.
Yeah.
I think it was actually 400. Somewhere 400? Yeah. Around 4. So somewhere around there. Yeah.
For $100 more, 3 years later, you got 12 cores with faster processing.
Oh yeah, like it's night and day.
Yeah, it's amazing. AMD has completely shaken up the computer industry in ways that are really benefiting users.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what happens with it in the future. The thing is, Intel is still optimized first by most games. It seems like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, if I'm building a purely gaming rig, I'm still going Intel.
Yeah, and especially if you play games on release day. If you want the least downtime or problems on release day for games, generally you want to go NVIDIA and Intel because their drivers kind of get first draft. Like there was a period, I think it was like 2 weeks, where AMD chips couldn't play Destiny 2, right?
Was it that long? I thought it was like a couple of days.
Yeah. I think it was a bit longer than that.
Yeah, it was like almost 2 weeks.
It wasn't like it wasn't like months, but it was definitely like a solid amount of time.
Yeah.
And Bungie had to fix that, right? It was like AMD wasn't coming around saying, "Oh,
yeah,
let me fix that for you."
Exactly. So those are the only problems that end up happening with if you care about being on the cutting edge with games as they release, then that can be an issue. But if you don't care, like if you can wait a week, then most things get patched.
Yeah. If you're doing anything, and when I say that if you're building a gaming PC that you should go Intel, I only mean the high end too.
Right.
Because as soon as you go to like the mid range, you're back in AMD territory.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even with high end right now, it's basically the same with Intel.
Same.
Yeah.
You're getting a slight edge.
Yeah. Exactly.
But when you're on the high end, that's what you're looking for, slight edges.
Yep.
True.
When I overclock my 2080 Ti, I'm getting what? 3 to 5% better performance.
Yeah.
But then you add that up with the overclocked 9900K, and that's another 3 to 5%. And faster memory, that's another 3 to 5%.
Suddenly you're ray tracing at 4K at a solid 70 FPS. You're good to go.
Almost.
Living the life. So something that's coming out this week that I think a lot of PC players you're excited about, Briar. You've said in the past.
Briar's like, I have no idea.
Don't know. It's a surprise.
Can you let us know what we're
so exciting. What am I about to bring up? Oh my god! Monster Hunter World Iceborne on PC.
Oh yeah, it's out. I think it's out.
Is it out today? No,
I think it's out. I think it was out yesterday.
No, I think it's out in a couple days.
Oh, okay. I saw it listed on Steam, so maybe that's the pre-order.
Wednesday, Thursday, probably.
Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah,
the 9th. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah. The 9th checks out. 689. Yeah, the 9th Thursday.
So I fully crafted a full set of Safajiva armor and weapons and all that. This is all end game Iceborne stuff, and man, that game is just too damn good.
That game is phenomenal. I can't wait to get back into it on PC.
Yeah,
you better stream it, Briar. You better. Yeah. I want to be watching.
The problem is I got to start from 0 on PC because
that's even more fun.
That's actually okay.
Monster Hunter on PC.
That's okay because basically you have to kill Xenojiva. I think that's the name of it. You kill Xenojiva, you get to Hunter rank 16 or something like that, and then you could automatically go into Iceborne or start the Iceborne world quest. Because once you get into the Iceborne stuff, that armor that you start crafting on like the first or second monsters immediately negates all your other crap that you had acquired in high rank. You're not going to use it. It's just done.
Okay.
Yeah. The new stuff is considerably better just already. Like
that's how I want it to be honest.
Yeah.
Like that's great. Perfect.
Exactly. So you'll be able to.
That's kind of one of the problems I have with Destiny is I'm still using shit from year one.
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly. So
that is available on Game Pass. I'm sorry, Monster Hunter is available on Game Pass
on the PC.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I've got Game Pass open,
but not Iceborne. Iceborne you have to buy the expansion.
Not Iceborne. Yeah, I'm looking it up, but
it's so good, and it's a game that you can step away from for even a long time, and you come back and you do one hunt, and you're like, oh yeah, you're right back in it.
It's so good because I'm now leveling up the guiding lands so I can get certain crafting pieces and get my master rank up, and it's such a good game loop. It's incredible.
Yeah, it really is fun. I'm a dirty liar. It's not available on PC. It's just available on Xbox.
Yeah, I figured. So yeah, PC players are going to have a fun time jumping into that. There's been a lot of people coming in chat talking about, excited about PC release. Can't wait to dig in. Oh my gosh. Iceborne hunts.
There's a lot of people who have been waiting. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be good.
Yeah. I'm excited to get back into that world. I haven't played it since launch on the PS4.
Yeah, it's worth. Big time worth. Yeah, and on PC.
And I can't wait to see it in like high refresh rates too.
Yeah,
that was my biggest problem with the game at launch was just the stuttering.
What I remember is going from console to PC, it felt like it was just frames. It didn't really feel like much else was changed. Like color depth or things like that or shadows. It's basically the engine's unlocked for high frame rates.
Cool.
Yeah.
I did see that there is like a texture pack that you can get for PC.
A high-res texture pack?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
You can get that. I saw a video of it on Twitter of one of the Monster Hunter creators that I follow, and that is what definitely makes it look different.
Ooh.
Is it official or is it a mod?
I don't know for sure.
Okay. Chat, help us out here.
Chat will know.
Is it a mod or is it official?
Yeah, because that makes me very interested.
I'm going to say it's probably a mod. Would be my guess.
Piqued my interest.
I mean, how long can it really take to start over?
Oh, it's official apparently.
It's official.
Oh, that's awesome.
My save
37 gigs for a texture pack.
Okay, that's good. That's a good texture pack. My Monster Hunter save has 450 hours in it now.
Wow, that's pretty good.
It's not bad.
It's not like Destiny 1 numbers, but it's pretty good.
Exactly.
That's more time than I put in The Witcher 3.
Oh, God. I am episode 3 of Witcher right now on Netflix.
How many episodes are there total?
8.
I want to say 8.
Yeah. Oh, that's not that many. Okay. So 3 is actually, you're
taking my time, and it's so good.
You're enjoying it?
Oh, my God. I'm loving it. It's incredible, man. I can't wait to see
I really
more.
liked it, too. I like that it doesn't take itself so seriously like Game of Thrones. It's a little more lighthearted, but it is like, characters have weight. They have stuff going on. The acting is a little uneven, but overall, I really do like it.
Yeah, I could see that with the acting being uneven. Man, the first 3 episodes, though, there's been some really intense scenes. So I don't know if I feel like the lightheartedness in there. I mean, I do feel like the characters coming through that are technically lighthearted. So I do sense that. I feel like the production value in the world, like it does make you want to go back and play the game. It does. Just you're on a Witcher contract with girls. You're seeing this. You're like, I should play the game right now. I should go do a Witcher contract.
There is a new mod for Witcher 3 that puts Henry Cavill's face on the Witcher character.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
Amazing. That's actually great.
That's cool. Yeah, so I've been watching that.
I installed it on the Xbox One X. I'm like, should I just play through this? I'm like, if I'm going to do it, though, I'm going to do it on PC with mods and everything. Because you should
do it on the Switch, Brian.
Yeah, play it on the Switch.
That's not going to happen. I love my Switch, but I only really want to play games that kind of are Switch compatible or
built for the Switch.
Not necessarily built for the Switch, just lo-fi enough that the Switch, I don't feel like I'm taking a huge hit in
I see, yeah,
frame rates or resolutions. Like I was saying, Mortal Kombat 11, it looks awful. If you hook it up on a TV, I don't know. Honestly, I think it might be running 480p. It looks awful, and There's a mode in Mortal Kombat 11 called, I think it's called the Crypt. Yeah, it's actually like a 3D runaround kind of thing.
Yeah.
And on the Xbox, there's this like big moonlit skybox, and it's really pretty. On the Switch, it's just gray. It's gray fog.
They're like, well, something's got to go. Let's just cut that entire texture map out.
Yeah, it's really rough. I mean,
pretty funny.
I guess it's impressive that they could get it to run at all. And I love my Switch. Like I have like the Hori pads, so it's a little more comfortable. Hori, yeah.
Is that not how it's pronounced?
Brand.
I'm just saying, Briar. When Briar says the word anything that resembles,
so he has his side bitch in the living room and his Hori Switch.
My side bitch is a little Hori. It's a Switch Pad Pro. It's like Joy-Cons but bigger and like adult size.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Adult size horse.
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
Adult size Hori. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love the Switch. Like Blasphemous, like that's what I want to play it on. Any Nintendo game, obviously. Like I was enjoying the hell out of Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. Whatever the new one was.
Link's Awakening.
With the macro shots.
Yeah.
Tilt shift shots.
I was enjoying the hell out of that. But man, like playing ports, I don't know. I think the Switch is actually in trouble because like it's gonna stop getting ports when the new console is coming out because they're just not gonna be able to do it.
Oh yeah. Good point.
The PS5 and the Xbox X.
Series X.
Series
Xbox.
Why they do
Series
that?
X.
Xbox X Series X.
Yeah. Like they're just not going to be able to do it anymore. It's going to be like you develop this specifically for Nintendo, or it's an indie like 8-bit.
Yeah.
But even what was that Castlevania game? Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Is that what it's called? I mean, even that ran bad, and that's a 2D game. Well, it's a 3D.
Yeah, 3D 2D pixel type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that was an optimization issue on that. But I hear what you're saying, especially the disparity is going to become huge between the next gen games. I mean, there's
8K on your $10,000 monitor. I mean, whew.
Precisely.
Right? 144 hertz, 8K. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with bacon. We're going to have to get an eye upgrade just to see.
Right?
That's true. That's the next step.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get cybernetic eyes.
That is what makes me super excited about the next gen, is seeing those advancements in gaming where it's just this clearly wouldn't be possible in previous gen. Like that is, I want to see that.
Sony, I think, had the best example when they said, "Look, like just having an SSD in this thing enables us to create worlds where we don't have any loading.
Yeah,
you can fly across a map as Spider-Man." And never see a loading screen, and the map can be huge. And just because we can load the data faster from an SSD into the, onto the screen means like we can create bigger, awesome worlds.
Yeah, it's really cool,
and that's exciting.
How much of that is lip service versus reality? Do you think?
I don't know. Like it's a good question. Destiny 3, could it not have loading zones between like all the different parts of the EDZ? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because they can just stream it off of the disk faster.
Yeah. I mean, it's obvious. It's obviously going to be a huge upgrade, but are all games suddenly going to take advantage of that? I feel like there's going to be a lot of old technology that's still going to be, let's make sure everything's in the pile and we need it, and now let's show the thing.
It always takes a while for the developers to take advantage of hardware, right? It was like the games that are coming out now for the PS4. Well, this is a weird generation because we got the mid-generation upgrades.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Pro, PS4 Pro, and the One X.
Yeah. But obviously, they look better than what we were getting at release.
Yeah. Well,
I was underwhelmed at the release of the PS4 and the Xbox One X. Like 4K TVs were a thing, and they supported it, but like not really.
I feel like at the time, PS4 and Xbox One were like mid-range PCs at the time.
You think?
Yeah. like mid-range, like not cutting edge.
That's being generous.
Yeah, I mean, actually, it is being generous because it's like a slow Athlon chip that's in there.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, and the Xbox One was expensive. It was $500.
It was a very expensive.
Well, it had the Kinect though, and that thing was a success.
Oh, look how much use I've gotten out of that. Xbox, record that.
Oh man, the Kinect.
I didn't even check. Oh yeah, it does. The Xbox One X still has the HDMI in too.
Oh,
so because remember when they first announced the Xbox One, it was going to be your whole home media device,
media
right?
center. Yeah,
you're going to plug your cable box into it, and you're going to watch TV on your Xbox.
Yep.
That port is still there.
Yeah.
So you can do that.
Have you ever plugged anything into your Xbox?
No.
I think at the time I didn't even have cable.
I don't have cable now.
Yeah. Like I haven't had cable in years.
No. Because I've used Apple TV for probably the last 5 or 6 years.
It's hilarious. TV achievements. Oh my gosh. Did they really have TV achievements?
Did they? Like if you watched an episode of something?
Yeah, you're watching.
Congrats, you watched your first hour.
Completed The Witcher. Woo! I wouldn't be surprised because what their whole marketing thing when they first came out was this is the ultimate like TV gaming, but they were heavily focused towards TV and movies. And
do you remember the E3 press conference for the Xbox One where they didn't hardly talk about games at all?
Yep.
No.
Like it was all about TV.
And everyone was like, I hate it.
Yeah.
Basically.
They talked about like game sharing and how you wouldn't be able to play games if your console was offline. And PS4 comes out with a little like ad that's like, how do you share games on PS4? And it's just a dude handing a copy of the game over to another dude. It was such a slam dunk for the PlayStation 4 and that E3.
I forgot about that. That's crazy. They had a thing where like you couldn't play the games if it wasn't online because you got a license from it.
Yeah.
It was like
people
what
were
a disaster.
so mad. Oh, it was awful. And I remember there's like some quote by a Microsoft executive. It might have been Don Matrick, where he was asked, like, what about people like we have soldiers that are like, on submarines and stuff who want to play, Xbox games. And his answer was, well, the Xbox 360 still exists.
That's the equivalent of like go play strikes. Wow.
But I mean, Microsoft is in a much better position going into this console generation.
Oh, way better. Yeah.
They're knocking it out of the park. They got all these developers making brand new games. Like I really think we're going to see a lot more Xbox exclusives on the Xbox One X than we did on the Xbox Series X.
They got like 5. I know, right? It's like AMD in their numbers, man.
Yeah.
They've got like 5 dedicated studios to make it.
I think it's more than that. I want to say it's like 10 or something like that. I'd have to look it up.
They've done a complete 180 and completely doubled down on gaming entertainment for the Xbox.
Yeah, and the Game Pass is so compelling. It's so compelling. And they've got their Stadia service. What is it called? On Microsoft xCloud? xCloud. Thank you.
Oh, xCloud. That's what it is. Yeah.
So, like, I know that people don't like this like whole server-based gaming thing, but I gotta tell you, like, it's really fucking cool to be able to say, like, oh, what's this game like, and just be able to like start playing it. You don't have to download it, you don't have to install it, you don't have to patch it. You're just like, oh, Tefty's playing Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. That looks cool. Let me check that out. And like in seconds, you're playing it. That's really compelling.
Yeah.
And if you love it, then you can download it and get the best version of it with Game Pass.
Yeah, exactly. I've actually had a lot of people come in talking about Stadia working for them in chat, which has been interesting.
Same.
Yeah.
I've seen it a lot, actually.
Yeah. Now they have said
great.
Yeah, they have said that it is network dependent, where like if they go and start watching Netflix, if someone else starts watching Netflix, it just it becomes like unplayable. But when it's a controlled setting on their network, they know what's going on in their network. It actually runs really well. So maybe as a first shot, like it's mildly successful, just not the reception.
Stadia's problem isn't the hardware. It's not the tech. It's the pricing. They just fucked it up.
The pricing,
they completely stumbled. If they had a service like Game Pass, where if you're paying $15 a month, you can play all the games on Stadia, right? It would be so compelling because you don't have to download anything. The hardware is cheap. Like you're just paying like a service to play all these games. And like there's a lot of people out there who want like hard copies and they're collectors, and you want your best experience. Then yeah, I mean this isn't the best experience that you can get.
Yeah.
For that you can have like a $3,000 gaming PC.
Yeah.
But for $120 to be able to play 60 FPS Destiny, or the newest Samurai Showdown, or Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Revolution, Red Dead 2, whatever the fuck.
Red Dead Reinstituted. First you forget Cade, and now you forget Red Dead Redemption. What the hell, Briar? As you should have.
I saw it on Twitter. The people were upset.
I almost made you a meme in my chat.
What have you done for me lately? Revolver was the first one, right?
Yeah, the very, very first one. Red Dead Revolver.
Yeah, that was like even before Rockstar took it over, right?
I don't know that. I don't know what company it was. It was Red Dead Revolver, then Red Dead Redemption, then Redemption 2. That's funny.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a really compelling way to play games, and like as a again, like how my Xbox One X is augmenting my overall gaming experience. It's not my sole gaming experience, but it's an additive experience. Mm-hmm. I see Stadia or xCloud as totally like another version of that.
Yeah.
If I can just load up xCloud on my Xbox in my living room, and have instant access to what are there 100 titles on Game Pass? If xCloud and Game Pass are linked together, which I think they should be if they're smart, like that is super compelling. Super compelling.
Yeah, extremely. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard from people that like just can't spend a lot of time at home. There's been some people who are like currently going through hospital stuff, and they're using Stadia to play when they're in hospital, or people who just work a lot and they're very rarely home, but they can catch some breaks during work to play, and they're loving it.
Yeah.
And they're probably a little bit less critical of how it performs if that's the only way for them to be able to be playing.
Yeah, at least I'm playing, right?
At least I'm playing, yeah.
Yeah.
Like at least I can still do my hobby with my limited time.
You can load it up on a tablet or a PC or like a laptop and hook up a Bluetooth controller and be able to play, your game. And that's awesome.
That's really cool. Yeah.
I think it's especially for me, I think it was really smart that they got Destiny in there as a launch game for Stadia, because it just is so compatible with that lifestyle. Like, I want to log into Destiny every week to make sure I'm getting the stuff. I'm going to see Zur. I'm not missing out. But, I'm away from my console and I don't want to travel with a PlayStation because that's a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
But a Chromecast is tiny, and a controller, you can just throw this in your backpack and you're good to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
That being said, though, I used mine at a hotel, and it not great.
Was it playable?
So, no. Not the hotel I was
unfortunate.
At. I didn't have hardwired Ethernet in that hotel room, and the Wi-Fi. I think I was like next county over from the Wi-Fi hotspot.
You were stealing McDonald's Wi-Fi down the street?
Yeah, it was bad.
You were one step away from being unbroken in the Crucible.
Yeah, right. I was doing pretty good. Yeah.
It turns out, I was doing better than normal. That's weird.
I couldn't see anything, but it didn't matter.
They couldn't kill me. It was crazy, huh?
Yes, I'm really excited to see what xCloud's going to be. Like, I know there are people beta testing it. I don't have an Android device, so I can't beta. I can't be in the beta test.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm people who have talked about it publicly have said pretty good things about it.
That's good.
But to me, it's about the pricing. They got to include it. Game Pass and xCloud have to go hand in hand.
Right. It seems like the perfect situation. It'd be weird if they want extra for that.
Well, I could see them wanting extra for it.
Yeah.
But if you can't see what Stadia's doing.
You can't have like subscription after subscription after subscription of stuff just to play all the same games.
Welcome to my Apple stuff. Apple bills me like 7 times for like $10 pop for all this stuff.
Got to cut that stuff back, man.
But like, what is it now with Xbox? It's like Xbox Live is a certain amount of money, and you can add Game Pass to it, and you get a little bit more. And then if you want Game Pass on PC, it's a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So like Game Pass Ultimate, which includes Xbox Live, is like what? $20 a month? $25 a month?
I actually don't know. I haven't looked at the pricing.
For Ultimate?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I know I
just saw it on my credit card statement. I think it was like around $30.
I don't know.
Which is a lot a month, but it offers so much.
Yeah, that's if you're doing for Xbox and PC, right?
Yes, I have Xbox and PC and Xbox Live.
That makes sense, yeah, because I think I paid $15 for just PC.
Yeah, for one platform. That sounds right. Familiar for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that it would be 30 for two.
Yeah. But I also am not going to get billed for it for another 6 months because I bought an Xbox One X that had 3 months of it, and I bought a Elite Series 2 controller, which I've been bragging about a lot because I'm so elite.
How's that new controller?
It's pretty good.
Did you have the previous one?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Because the previous one did not have Bluetooth.
Oh, gotcha. Right.
And like a regular Xbox controller has had Bluetooth for years now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the launch ones didn't, but the new ones all do.
Yeah.
And I use my Xbox controller on my iPad. I use it on my Xbox. I use it on my PC.
Are you playing Apple games?
No, I play. I have the Steam service on my iPad.
Okay, gotcha.
So I can play PC games over Wi-Fi on my iPad, and it's fucking dope.
That is cool. Yeah,
it is the future. It is living in the future, and that's just local. So like that's just your Wi-Fi. You don't have to worry about like contacting a server somewhere in in New York or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I always thought that was cool, but I use my Xbox controllers for more than just on an Xbox, so it never really appealed to me to spend $150 on one. On an Elite Series 1, but now that they added Bluetooth to it, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely getting this. And I gotta say, it's a really nice controller. Its D-pad, I think, it might be my favorite D-pad since like the SNES. It's like it's a really strong D-pad.
So I only have experience with the one. It's the Series 1. I'm yet to buy the Series 2. I plan on it at some point because that is my go-to controller.
You're Elite Series 1, not Series 2, huh?
Yeah, my right bumper broke. It's like
it did?
Yeah, from playing Dark Souls.
I'd be mad. Oh shit!
I was like, and then suddenly,
you're clutching. You're just I find when I was playing Sekiro, I was holding the controller so hard and like clenching it that my hands hurt so bad when I got off. I was like, my knuckles hurt. Oh man, all sorts bad.
Yeah, my buttons started getting loose. And I was like, oh no, is my Elite controller having a problem? So now, when I buy my next one, I'm going to go to Best Buy and get the replacement plan.
The 2-year replacement plan.
Every time something happens, I'm like, this thing needs a replacement. Give me another.
Yeah, that's what I did that with this one. And I do that with every mouse I buy because for some reason I go through mice super fast.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Too much.
It's nice though. Like it doesn't come with enough thumbsticks though.
Oh yeah?
Brian wants 7 on the controller, is what he's saying.
It comes with like 1, 2, 4, 5. It comes with 6.
Oh yeah, that's what mine came with. It was like low, medium, and high.
Long one.
Oh really?
No, there's no medium, and that's what I want. I want medium.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, medium. Yeah. No, yeah.
Oh like right, because it's concave and convex on the domes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really like the convex ones. Like I like the standard Xbox ones that are knurled on the edges. Like I like those.
What's
But I just want like a medium length one,
What were the addition of the extenders on the sticks? What were they called?
Those were
you buy aftermarket. I can't remember the name of
those called. Control Freaks.
Yeah, Control Freaks. You need Control Freaks on there, man.
Yeah, man. That's not Elite. That's not Elite Series 2. Control Freaks are not Elite Series 2.
They're for elite people, Briar.
Yeah.
Elite people.
I'm spoiled because I have a bunch of Scuf controllers. And Scuf, they send you a bunch of those like sticks,
adapters,
a bunch of different lengths. And they're not as easy to replace as these. So these ones are just magnetic. You just pull them off, put the next one on.
Yeah.
But it's not that much harder on a Scuf controller. It's like maybe it's a 1 minute process as opposed to like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But like I've been able to customize those exactly how I want them. So I will say I like the stick or the button placement on the back better.
Yeah, those feel so nice, and also the pressure to activate one of those is just like click, click, click.
Little click.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nice.
And I like the the shoulder buttons and the triggers are metal, and they just feel nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a good feeling controller.
Exactly.
It's heavy though. It feels like a piece of machinery. Like it's made out of metal.
Yeah.
Substantial.
That's why Briar feels so elite.
Yes. Very elite.
Elite Briar.
Series 2 elite.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy one of those pretty soon.
It's nice. It's nice. There's still some things I like about my Scuf better. I have the Scuf. What's the newest Scuf box controller?
The Impact?
No, that's the PS4
Oh, that's
one.
the PlayStation one. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Prestige. The Prestige controller.
Yeah.
Because I've just gotten used to the sticks. Although these have adjustable tension on the sticks, which I really like. So I just got to get the right length on this. And it'll be perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I think I'll have to turn to the aftermarket to do.
Right.
But fuck, this is a $180 controller. I got to find more parts?
Yeah, exactly.
Fragaden in chat said, we need a Briar Feels review for all tech accessories. So anytime you're reviewing something, we want Briar Feels Elite, Briar Feels Sad, Briar Feels Incompetent. That's how we rate Briar's.
Briar feels like a Macintosh.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I did.
That would be great.
I have the same processor that Tefty's building his computer out of. And I just turned it into a Macintosh so I can run Final Cut Pro on it for video editing. Because I have missed Final Cut Pro.
How easy was that?
Very nice.
Or how difficult?
Very easy once I found the right instructions.
Okay, yeah.
Which I don't know. I'll link them somehow. Maybe ask me on Twitter and I'll put a link on there. I don't know. It was very easy, but it's very specific. You have to do it perfectly for the hardware you have.
Right.
So your processor, doing it on AMD is different than doing it with Intel. And you have to have the right, they're called drivers, are called KEXs in the Hackintosh world. So you have to have the right ones to those. And some hardware is supported under certain versions of Mac OS, but not under other versions of Mac OS. So you have to make sure.
Right.
I had to buy a new video card. I had to buy an AMD Radeon 5700 XT so that I was getting proper, because NVIDIA is not supported ever since Mojave, which is like 3 years old now.
Ooh, rough.
Yeah. So you got to be careful.
Yeah. If you're building a Hackintosh.
It's not, it's not as easy as install Windows, but it's also not like rocket science. Like you can figure it out with a little bit of Google food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did a few Hackintoshes way back in the day, which was nice.
It's, it runs perfectly. The only thing that doesn't work, I think, is Wi-Fi on the board, which.
Do you think you'd be better off spending $50,000 on a new Mac Pro?
If I had $50,000 that I could throw at a new Mac Pro,
maybe
I would do it, and I'd be smiling while I was doing it. Maybe I would even drive to the Mac store in my Lamborghini.
Like, I'm going to put this in my living room as my media station.
Here's the thing. I don't know what world I live in. Where am I at financially? Where I need a computer that is that powerful.
True.
That I am not hiring somebody to do shit for me.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Like the guy I hired to do all my video editing, maybe he's buying a $50K iMac.
Yeah.
But it ain't me.
If you're spending $50,000+ on an editing rig, that's technically a salary that you could give to somebody for a whole year for doing work for you.
Right? And I'd rather do that. Actually, I'd rather give somebody $25K and then have $25K in my pocket.
Boom. Capitalism.
I'd like to get it.
I don't know. Like financially, I can't understand how you justify that computer.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Or how I would justify that computer.
From a consumer standpoint, it makes no sense. If you're a studio owner, if you're into motion picture editing and all that, and you have high budget clients and all that, then it makes sense ish.
Yeah.
Well, I actually,
even then it's like,
even then, if you're a responsible if you're a CFO that actually cares about your company, then you might be like, we could have 10 other editing rigs instead of this one editing rig.
Yeah. Or we can get you like a fairly nice computer and have a render farm.
True.
So not just one person is using this $50K. everybody who's doing any video editing can just like, send their edit off to the render farm and just get it back from the render farm.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I'm sure would cost less than $50K. I mean, I'm not talking like crazy Google servers, but like, what the fuck? That's a lot of money. Did you hear they're making a gaming PC?
Apple?
Yeah, that's the rumor. I think it's a rumor.
Well, they have an Apple Studio now, right? And they announced their first game for their Apple Studio.
What?
Yeah.
The Apple Game
I had
Studio.
not heard of this at all.
Okay.
Well, Brian, get Google on.
Yeah,
I think it's like an MMO or something.
Apple's making an MMO.
It's some type of RPG.
2020 is wild,
right?
guys.
For sure.
It's an MMO, but instead of looting, you take everything that's in your house and you take it out, so that you eventually just have this like Johnny Ive white interior.
Okay.
And you win when you have absolutely nothing left. It's the reverse of collecting.
Oh my god.
Google's. I don't see it, but yeah, I mean that's the rumors. It's going to be about $5,000.
Let me Google.
And it's going to be an Apple gaming computer. It's going to look like a Mac Pro, apparently.
$5,000 for a gaming PC that's Apple exclusive that only plays Apple games.
What? Are you having a hard time with this?
Oh man,
I don't understand. What's your reservation here?
I mean, I thought like the Mac Pro is disconnected, but if this even has some merit of being true, that holy crap!
Right.
Just like,
and of course, you're going to need their $6,000 monitor to hook it up to. And then you're gonna need $1,000 stand, so the monitor's not just lying flat on the desk.
Like this. Oh no, that's the Pro Power.
Now, if I can play Angry Birds at 8K 144 FPS, then maybe I'll consider it. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, that's the dream, right?
That is the dream. Angry Birds 8K 144. This is the future.
That's another thing. Like I love Apple stuff. Like my iPhone, I love it. I love my Apple Watch. I love Mac OS. I think Mac OS for production stuff, like for daily use as a computer, I like it far better than like Windows 10. And Windows 10 is like way better than like Windows 8
it's true.
was.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's come a long way.
Yeah.
It's not like it's awful. But for gaming, like I got a really nice gaming PC. It's about as high end as you can get. It didn't cost anywhere near $5,000.
What about the nice shiny metal that they're putting in there?
Well, okay, yeah, that's nice. I do like shiny metal. Don't get me wrong. There is aesthetically, I always liked how Macs look. Like they just look cool. But they can't even use NVIDIA graphics cards, right? So you're going to be stuck with AMD graphics.
Briar, that's called exclusivity. All right, it ups the price. It's true.
Look, I bought a 5700 XT. It was like less than, maybe it was over $400. It was in the $400 price range. But that thing's not nearly as fast as my 2080 Ti.
What about in an Apple PC? An Apple gaming rig? It might be. Maybe
they'll have they have a dual GPU version of that card, I think, in the Mac Pro.
Okay.
So it's one card with 2 GPUs on it. Maybe they'll do that.
This sounds like
SLI.
Like I'm having a dream about a SideQuest episode talking about an Apple gaming PC that I wake up
and
from.
Brian's going to be like, so I bought it on Sunday, had some time with it.
Aside from the fact that I can't play all the games I actually want to play on it and play these other crappy games I don't care about, it's actually pretty good. It's expensive, yeah.
Oh. So when I built the Hackintosh behind me, one of the things I wanted to do is make sure everything was working okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't, because it's so hacked together, right? It's like you can't just run hardware monitor, because the OS, you're basically fooling the OS into thinking that it's a computer that it's not. So that you can't see the processor, you can't see the graphics card in like something like hardware monitor. So what I decided to do is I got some games that I downloaded I bought a long time ago in the store, like the Apple store. And I'll just download those. So I download Borderlands, which unbelievably I bought for a Mac like a long time ago.
One or two.
So I downloaded that. It won't even run. It won't run on the current version of Mac OS, Catalina.
Oh boy.
It's called exclusivity, man.
I'm sure I paid like $60 for that game. How much does that suck?
Yeah, that sucks.
Like, is that going to happen if you buy it?
Yes, that is absolutely going to happen.
You have to keep upgrading. That's the thing with Apple, right? Like, you have to keep getting the new.
No, you don't.
Yes,
you don't have to. They want you to.
They would force you to.
Right?
If you want that latest operating system.
Yeah.
If you want that latest good that you're talking about, you're like, oh, this is so nice.
We're
this is my daily
stuck
driver.
in this like consumerism loop, and they've got us fish hooked.
Brian, I think we should just go get a boat or something and just live off the land.
The new watch stays on all the time. So yeah, man, let's just go off the grid.
Let's just go
van life,
grid.
Watts. We'll get a van.
That's true. Brian has a van.
Converting it to a compartment.
DCP van life.
We'll just live in the van.
We can still make YouTube videos.
Yeah.
We can post about our van life. DCP
van life journeys.
Van life is huge on YouTube.
Is it?
It is huge. We could.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's very interesting.
2020 van life. Here we come.
You know, when you go to van life, right? When you look for van life on YouTube, don't watch the most popular people. You want to go scroll a little bit down. You want to find the guy who's struggling a little bit. You know,
okay.
He's the guy that watched the popular people, and they made it look so good, right? Because they're Instagram models, and they're living it up in Europe. Look at all this
aesthetic. It's beautiful, sunny. Oh, amazing.
Oh yeah. You want to look at the guy who watched that video and decided that looks pretty good. I'm going to do that. But he's got a shoestring budget. He bought a used van. He didn't have enough money to put heat in the van. There ain't no toilet in the van.
Why did I go to Tahoe in the middle of the winter? Oh, God. What was I thinking?
That's the guy you want to watch. That's going to give you the real dope on van life. That is one of the best YouTube rabbit holes I've gotten into in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't.
One of my kids was watching it with me. We're literally standing here. I have a TV in my office. We're just like, I'm like, look at this. It's just people are living in a van. And we stood there and watched like 5 videos, just like standing there like gawking.
My last rabbit hole with YouTube was tiny houses. So it's a similar thing.
Could you do it, Watts? Could you live in a tiny house?
I don't know. See, a lot of them, they're like, yeah, here's our house and it's really beautiful on the inside, and they've designed it in a way to where they have maximized their space with a lot of smart storage stuff. Yeah. But then they have a giant outside area. Yeah. With like a fire pit and couches and a jacuzzi. They go to the tiny house to spend more time outside almost. Right. But they still have like a very nice home to go and sleep in.
Yeah. So could you do it?
If I had good internet, maybe.
Internet's
maybe
a big
I could
question.
be living outside in like a warm place. Probably have to move. This probably wouldn't work here.
Yeah.
Have a very good internet connection. I'll have my PC outside. That'd be amazing.
It's stream set up outside.
You could do like a wall on the side of the house that rotates, so your office could be inside on a nice day. It just rotates.
So and my background is the forest. Beautiful.
And then with
5G
technology, you might be able to actually stream from it. Maybe.
I told my wife, I could definitely have done this when I was single. I couldn't do this with you. There's no way.
I can't live that close.
This would cause an instant divorce. Because you think about it, one person lays a sock on the ground one time, you're like tripping over that sock until it gets picked up, no matter where you go, because there's only 6 square feet of space in this place.
You have to be very, very cleanly. It forces you to be cleanly and minimalistic and spend a lot of time outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Streams canceled today. There were some bears. So I'm gonna lock my door.
There's a cougar out back trying to eat us. Gonna have and the rain coming. Rain right now. Gotta go.
Could you do it, Tefty? Could you do a tiny house?
Man, that's a tough one because I have a lot of technology in my house. Yeah. And I don't really want to give up all my cool technological toys. However, I have thought about how awesome it would be to go on like an extended road trip, like a 3-month
in like a van or a
like a 3-month road trip and just traveling and being creative and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. I think it'd be awesome. And like the cool thing about those tiny houses are like the vans is that you're not paying you're reducing your bills in such a way that you can afford to work less.
Right.
Exactly.
Like I think that's really like, it's like, this is the opposite of what we were just talking about with Apple stuff. It's like Apple's always wants you to spend more money and get like the newest and the greatest. This like anti-consumerism of like van life or tiny houses is like, maybe I don't want to spend my entire life working to buy this house and then fill it with shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to spend my life enjoying myself and exploring and like enjoying the great outdoors and time with friends. And I'll work enough so that I can afford, like sustenance, but I'm not going to work this like 9-to-5 job every day just so I can have this stuff.
Yeah. You don't want to be slaved to your stuff. You want to have that balance where like you get the things that you need and get the things that make you happy, but you don't have to
Yeah, I think that's a lot of reason why people did it. They realized that they would be paying bills just forever, and they're like, we just don't want to do that. So we're going to take our, you need some money to get a tiny house completely done, but once you're done, you own it. You're not paying like $500,000, especially if you live in a very expensive area.
Yeah,
if you're living in an expensive area and you're like, we're never going to be able to actually own a house. Yeah. You're like, screw it, let's go make a tiny house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was before I got married. That was kind of like the path I was on. Is I wanted to get as debt free and as like as simple as I could get. Like I didn't want to have any bills that I didn't need to have. I didn't want to have any I didn't want to have anything that could weigh me down. Like if I wanted to just up and go somewhere, I could just up and go. And for me, I was on that path, and then I veered off because having a family, you can't force a family to do that. You know what I mean?
I was totally on that path, and then I had a family.
I fucked it up.
Suddenly,
see what
kids,
you had to do.
Wife,
you had to condition your children to be hippies, and then they'd be totally into the idea of being like, yeah, let's go on a 3-month van trip. Let's just,
I don't know if it's common for people of their age, but they're they're not anti-consumerism. They've never had access to TV. It's not that they don't have access to TV. They've never watched like cable TV in a way where you're constantly like getting advertisements shoved in your face, and they don't have that drive to just like fill up. Like shopping for them for Christmas is actually really hard because they don't like you say, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, I don't know. Like I got everything. Like, what do you need? Like they're super.
Got video games.
It's interesting. I think this next generation is going to be interesting because they've grown up in a very different way to the rest of us with social media and, like you said, not the type of commercials that we've had, but having more access to politics around the world and news around the world. It's a whole different upbringing.
Yeah,
it is. I find them to be very empathetic to like what's going on with other people, like way more so than I was at their age, and also like more aware of the environment and like. Mm-hmm. I honestly think that this is going to be a really strong generation. Like a lot of people kind of feel like a lot of people make fun of the millennials. They don't know how to dial a phone. Well, you don't need to dial a phone anymore, asshole. Like all that stuff. But like the way they're growing up, just connected to everybody in a way that I think is really interesting. I think I got really high hopes. I think this could be like one of those great generations.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a big social experiment and see how it works out.
Stop calling me boomer, though. What the fuck, man?
My mom got upset about that. We were talking about that over Christmas, making fun. And she was like, what? Dude, what is this boomer thing? Oh, my God. It's really funny. Anyways.
I think it's even better because they're like... They know it upsets you because they know what it means and they know that they're using it wrong, but they can see that you're getting upset about it. And it just encourages them to keep doing it.
It's true.
Oh man, is that the show tonight or today?
It might.
Man, what a weird show.
It was a bit weird.
Like just all tangent.
The weirdest thing was Apple gaming PC. for a whopping $5,000. If that ever becomes a real rumor that manifests into an actual Apple Store,
buy one. I'm going to put it in my van and I'm going to go cross country.
That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to put it in my tiny house. That's going to be all that's in there.
Oh my God.
I'm good to go.
That's great. Well, that's the first episode.
The first episode of 20 Terry where you learned about van life. I hope this was helpful.
Van life.
Look at what happens when Eric's isn't here. This is awful.
This is true. Because what have I been playing? Monster Hunter. I could talk about that.
Same.
The game we've talked about for like every week for the beginning of something.
Yep. All right. Well, SideQuest complete.
Yeah.
SideQuest van life.
Van life complete or in the works.
Well, van life coming soon.
I just pre-ordered my Apple gaming PC. Oh my God. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This has been SideQuest episode number 31, first of the decade, 2020, yes. All that stuff. If you want to find more of me, you can talk to me at Teft on Twitter and catch my streams, twitch.tv/TeftyTeft.
Me.
Yes.
That's probably me. I am Miss5000Watts. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, the Twitters. Just Miss5000Watts.
I'm Briar Rabbit. You can find me on Twitter trying to convince Tefty to turn his new computer into a Hackintosh.
Excellent. Yeah, it's a strong, it's a compelling argument. I'm definitely curious. That's for sure.
You're Hackintosh curious?
I'm hack curious. That's for, yep. Definitely.
You can always dual boot, man. It's not like a decision that gets.
Exactly. It's not permanent.
No.
You can always flip flop.
That's right.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate all the support. If you're watching live or on YouTube or on the various podcast places, and shout out to our Twitch subs and our Patreon supporters. Thank you very much for all the support, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
We'll see you next week for another show.
See you next week for van life.
Bye,
Maybe
guys.
We'll be in a van.
Yeah. It's the van episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye.